Buenas tardes nuevamente a quienes se conectaron apenas. Vamos a dar un minuto más para, si se pueden registrar. Tenemos más registrados, entonces para darles tiempo a que se conecten y comencemos con esta sesión. Y bueno, pues muy buenos días a todos. Muchas gracias por conectarse el día de hoy. Mi nombre es Mónica Rodríguez. Yo soy coordinadora de admisiones en Latinoamérica y Norteamérica para Domus Academy. Domus Academy es una universidad ubicada en Milán, Italia. Somos una universidad especializada en programas de posgrado desde hace más de 40 años y tenemos cuatro áreas que son las áreas de diseño, negocios, experiencia y moda. Tenemos 11 másters de un año y dos maestrías de 2 años con 120 créditos, todas en las mismas áreas que les acabo de mencionar, diseño, moda, experiencia y negocios. Más adelante, si ustedes quieren, les podemos compartir información sobre cualquiera de estos máster que nosotros ofrecemos. La metodología de Domus es bastante particular. Nosotros nos caracterizamos por tener una metodología en la que se aprende diseñando, es decir, que tienen la oportunidad de trabajar en talleres en colaboración con diferentes empresas desde el primer módulo que están ustedes atendiendo a la universidad. Tenemos varias opciones para que ustedes igual puedan buscar financiamiento si es que les interesa. También tenemos convenio con FIDER y tenemos algunas otras opciones de beca que igual les puedo compartir. Pero el día de hoy estamos aquí para un tema bastante interesante. Nos acompaña una de las directoras de maestría. Ella es Aoi Hasegawa. Es nuestra directora de máster en el máster de Interior and Living Design y Product Design. Ella está actualmente ubicada, obviamente, en Milán, Italia, pero tiene una trayectoria bastante reconocida, iniciando desde la Universidad Metropolitana de Tokio hasta desde hace 2005 que está viviendo aquí en Italia y trabaja en Domus Academy como directora de estos dos másteres. El día de hoy, en este webinar, Interior and Colors, Color Effects and Tips, ella nos va a mostrar diferentes efectos cromáticos y consejos sobre combinaciones de colores en el diseño de interiores. Al finalizar, vamos a tener tiempo para que ustedes hagan todas las preguntas y ella nos pueda ayudar con resolviéndolas, pero también van a poder tener la oportunidad de mostrar algunos ejemplos de diseño de interior, como un pequeño taller, un pequeño ejercicio que van a poder compartir aquí si dan clic en levantar la mano para poderlo mostrar. Si no hay tiempo, bueno, pues lo pueden también compartir en sus redes sociales, en Instagram y em, compartirlo con Encuentro Creativo y con Domus Academy para que ella pueda verlo y hacerles algunos comentarios. Entonces, le voy a ceder la palabra ahora a Aoi para que ella comience con esta sesión. Thank you, Aoi. Thank you very much for being
Thank you.
here.
Thank you
And
very
well, I leave you the microphone.
Okay, thank you very much, Monica. Thank you for the introduction. Hello, everyone. My name is Aoi Hasegawa. I'm the program leader of the Masters in Interior Living Design and Masters in Product Design at DOMUS Academy. So today I was asked to have this creative workshop in terms of interior and colors, and I name it Interiors and Colors. And oops, sorry. All right, let's see. Oh, okay, interior and colors, color effects and tips. So the objective of this lecture will be to understand the nature of colors and different color schemes in interior design and find the interior design projects to analyze the color scheme in the exercise. As mentioned by Monica, I would like to have a 40 minutes lecture, and you can do this small exercise within 20 minutes. I encourage you to present it by using the template that I shared with you, which is the InDesign. But if you can't, and I understand that the time frame is not that big. So maybe you can just post the interior design project that you found, and you declare which color scheme is based on. And you can just post it on Instagram by tagging me or DOMUS Academy workshop and so on. I can probably share with you the hashtag that you can use if you want to post your project, your analysis on your Instagram. Okay. Before the lecture, I would like to launch already the exercise. So this is the exercise that I prepared for you. So you can select one of the specific color schemes mentioned below and find an image of an interior design project. So you do not forget to mention the name of architects, designers, project name, and location. And the exercise one is dedicate more to find the various color schemes in interior design. There are different color schemes that I'm going to explain you in my lecture. I selected some of the color schemes which can be easier to find. The first one is monochromatic. The second one is multi-hued. The third one is complementary. And the third one is triadic. You can just select one of those and find an interior design project that has this color scheme of one of four schemes. If you have more time and if you're willing to do so, I prepared also the exercise too, which is more related to the different tones and color. So the first one is dominant color, the second one is tone on tone, the third one is dominant tone, which I will explain the difference. And you can also try to analyze, try to find an interior design project which is done within this, let's say, color scheme, okay? So in the template that I shared, you find this kind of scheme. And in the blank square, you can place the interior design that you found. And the final result that I expect, for example, this will be the exercise to find color scheme of complementary color scheme. And I see a photo and the name of the author, the designer, architect, and also the type of project and the location. So this is the final goal of us today, but let's move on to the lecture. Okay, so I will start with explanation of the nature of colors to understand our color scheme. So these are the three fundamentals of color. Actually, hue is one of the main properties of color, showing the range of different colors, while the saturation and brightness can be evaluated in percentage, is to define how saturated the color is and how bright the color is. And from the hue that I pointed out in the first page, we can create color wheels. The color wheels helps us visually organize our colors, but we can organize the colors, different colors in a color spectrum. You see here a different color spectrum, which has also a different color system. And you may have seen those color schemes in different situations. They're based on the different hues, different color mixtures. For example, RGB color wheel is used for lighting, digital media, while RYB colors wheel and CMYK color wheels are used for made by the subtractive color mixture, and YB is used for paintings, and CMYK is used for printed media and publishment. Each color wheel is named after the three primary colors that are placed equally in an equal distance in this color wheel. And the primary colors are the colors that you cannot create by mixing any of the colors from this color wheel. So that's something that you have to keep in your mind. But for today, I would like to focus more on interior design color wheel. So I point out our YB color wheels, okay? So let's start analyzing this RYB color wheel. So these are the RYB, so red, yellow, and blues are the primary colors of this color wheel, RYB color wheels. And as I told you, you can't create those three primary colors by mixing. And on the color wheel, the colors which are placed in the opposite side of the color wheels are called complementary colors. So complementary colors are called also opposite colors, and it works like this. So red and greens are complementary colors, and you can see that on the opposite side of the wheel, you can find different complementary color combination, and it works like this. So if you mix the primary color and secondary color, if you see this example here, this is the primary color and secondary color. And the secondary colors are mixed and created by two different primary colors, which is yellow and blue here. If you point out the yellow as the primary color, the secondary color, which is purple, are mixed with other two primary colors, which is blue and red. If you point out primary colors, blue, and the complementary color is orange, actually, which is secondary color. This secondary color is made by mixing other two primary colors, which is red and yellow. So this is how it works to create the primary color and secondary color of these complementary colors. But what you can understand is that complementary colors are the colors that placed opposite in a color wheel, and it really highlights the difference. So you can catch the attention, it creates the dynamic effect, and it is effectively used in interior design. So for example, here in this interior design proposal, you can see two different complementary colors. So red and greens are used here also to create the contrast, the highlight, the dynamic effect within the interior design project. Also in this retail showroom of Campa, you can see the complementary color scheme, which also creates this playful, dynamic, vivid, vibrant atmosphere. Here, the complementary colors are placed on the floor and ceilings to give the contrast. This is another example of the complementary color scheme. This was a project during the Milan Design Week done by Lavazza. So it was a very interesting installation, highlighting also the product of Lavazza, which is this golden coffee package. This is also an example of complementary color scheme by the project of Edra. So it can create this unique, extraordinary atmosphere through this color combination. This is also a complementary color coordination. So this is the hotel designed by Patrizia Orchiora here in Milan, called Hotel Roommate Giulia. And by adopting very interesting orange color on the edge, on the grid of the ceramic tile and the wall, you can create this playful atmosphere. This is also an example of complementary color. You see the contrast between the walls and some part of the interior design structure. Okay, turning back to the color scale, you can define that half of the color wheels are called warm colors, and the other half of the color wheels is called cool colors. So you can also see the gradations of the whole spectrum of colors, but the colors are placed in division with warm colors and cool colors. I would like to explain a little bit of the relationships of saturation, brightness, tint, tone, and shade. So by changing saturations, changing brightness, and changing tones, you can create a lot of different gradations of a color. And you can also define those colors with specific names. So those names are also very useful for you to communicate the atmosphere or the concept of your interior design project. Okay, let's move on to different color schemes, starting from the gray scale, which is called achromatic. So it's a diverse in shade of black to white. And you can also see different examples of interior design work based on achromatic color scheme. So a chromatic color scheme can represent also the contrast, highlight, the elegance, and also the luxury product within this gradation from black to white. These are also the examples seen at Milan Design Week. Nendo, a Japanese designer, created this beautiful installations representing the effect of ice, but the whole color scheme is achromatic, and it communicates us the potentials, the beautiful scenarios of this project, and it narrates quite well the the beauty of a product. Okay, the next one is called monochromatic. And it's actually it shows the intensity of colors within a single hue. So it's actually a single hue with different saturations. This is the example of the monochromatic color scheme in interior design. So you can also communicate a strong language that you want to give to a design project. And monochromatic project is also adopted when you use the light, because the light can change the whole space in an immediate way. Here, in this case, they use in a huge space, they place this unique Werner Pantone chair. And with its transparencies, they can change drastically the color with the light applied onto it. So this is Prada's catwalk fashion show, and based on the needs of the show, they can create a different density of colors by using light effect. Another color scheme can be also multi-hued. So multi-hued color scheme is also called rainbow colors, and it represents diversities and playfulness and joy through colors. Let's have a look at some examples. So this installations by this French architect located that works in Japan, place thousands of cutting papers, cut papers hanged on this from the ceiling to create this immersive color effect with in a multi-hued color scheme. This Microsoft Pavilion is also adopting multi-hued color scheme. You can see through different colors which are placed in the side of those grids, and you can enjoy different color effects that on the pavilion. This chair that we also have at DOMUS Academy is also one of the examples of the multi-hued color scheme, and it transmits um, the origin of a designer, which she's from Spain, and it represents quite well how the designer can manage to combine different colors and communicate some cultural identity. This is also a example of the multi-hued interior design project done by Big. It's a Lego house, and it represents quite well the identity of Lego. Okay, let's move on to the another color scheme. From here, it becomes a little bit complicated because it's becomes a sort of combination. So the first one is analogous color scheme, and those are the colors that are situated next to each other on a color wheel. This color scheme can create a rich monochromatic look. So it's not completely monochromatic, but a family of similar colors are placed, and they can together they can create this rich yet monochromatic look. So you see that those are the combination of analogous color scheme, and you can see, you can pick the colors from this color wheel. This is an example of the analogous color scheme done by big architects. It's a public place, and the floors are colored in different ways, but they adopted clearly this analogous color scheme. This is also an example. We can define that this is coming from the analogous color scheme. Also, this one, it transmits the beauty of a color of a family of a reddish tone. This is also an example from the analogous color scheme, a facade of the airport. And also the Google campus in Dublin adopted analogous color scheme. So it can communicate the characteristics of a hue, but in a richer and diverse ways. Also, Hela Jongerius and Rem Koolhaas, they adopted this analogous color scheme for the United Nations building interior design, as well as the interior design in Como in Italy. Yes, you can find different examples from this color scheme. The next one is a triadic color scheme. Those are the three colors placed equally apart on the color wheel, and it can create dynamic shades and effects. So these color combinations can be called triadic. Of course, the steel Rietveld villa is the most well-known example of triadic projects, but you can see also a lot of projects that these triadic color schemes are used to create this very dynamic, playful atmosphere. Here in this case, it is very interesting that they use color, the division of the ceramics is also colorful, so you can see the beautiful combination of colors. Okay, also Gufram. This is a very interesting Italian brand. They produce a lot of polyurethane furniture, but they have very unique brand identity and communication, and here they adopted triadic color scheme. Then the next one is split complementary colors, which are slightly similar to complementary colors or triadic, but they are less dramatic, and you can create more harmonious color combination. So those are the split complementary colors. So basically, I told you that the complementary colors are placed in opposite side of the color wheel, but the secondary colors are split. So that's why we call it split complementary colors. So those are the combination, and yeah, you can find a lot of combinations from here. And those are can be defined as the split complementary colors. And you recognize that they're more harmonious. The tones are softer. The combinations are more, let's say, soothing. compared to the triadic or complementary color combination. This is the star box in the very first star box in Italy, which opened in Milan in 2018. Sorry. This is also the split complementary colors. And also this, you can find different colors and you can identify some colors from split complementary colors. Okay, so I ran a little bit fast, but I would like to also give you some good tips to create good color scheme. And I hope that I hope it will be interesting to you and helpful for you to understand more the good color scheme. So the key point to create a good color scheme is actually it's depending on the number of colors and difference of colors. So I will show you three tips of how to make a harmonious color scheme and how to emphasize each color in a color scheme and how to harmonize multiple colors together. So let's start from how to make a harmonious color scheme. So in order to make a harmonious color scheme, you have to keep one fundamental of color. So at the beginning of the lecture, I told you that the fundamental of colors are hue, saturation, and brightness. So in order to make a harmonious color scheme, you should keep one of them for each color. So I placed three different, let's say, good color scheme. I named it dominant color, tone on tone, and dominant tone. So I'm going to explain the difference between dominant color, tone, tone, and dominant tone. What are they? So dominant color is actually the colors from the same or very similar hue, and it's very easy to represent the image of the color. I'll show you the example later so you will understand more. Tone on tone. What is tone on tone? The tone on tones are the colors from the limited number of hue with different brightness. It's easy to create the rhythm by differentiating the tone. So I'll show you the examples later. The final one is dominant tone, and those are the colors with the same tone. So it means saturation, the combination of saturation and brightness. And it's easy to create a harmonious color scheme. Even the hue is different. It's useful to highlight the impression of the tone. It represents the tone, okay? You may ask a question. What's the difference between the dominant color and dominant tone? And here is the answer. So for dominant tone, you have to imagine a city view during sunset. So in the city, actually you have very different colors. All the buildings, elements within the cities have different colors, but with the color of sunset, it becomes all reddish. So it means dominant color. It represents, it's a condition of dominant color. It's a scene dominated by the red color. While dominant tone can be compared can be represented as a fog. So imagine the city with foggy city, and each element of the city is different. So it is a green, blue, yellow, but covered by fog, you can see the you can see different colors, but they are covered by, they're coordinated by the same tone. So this is the definition, the difference between the dominant color and dominant tone. Okay. Okay. So the examples of the dominant color will be also this. You can see this interior space is dominated by yellow color. Here in this case, the red is the principal color in the interior design. And these colors can be also used to invite people to go to certain directions. So it here in this case, it is applied on the surface of the entrance. You can also see that the different atmosphere created in the interior design, but dominant colors are the effect that also you use to give you a wow effect. For example, in this case, this mysterious staircase is inviting you to go down. Actually, the staircases are covered by a mirror. So with this pink carpet, you are invited to go downstairs. And when you arrive at the basement, you can see this beautiful, immersive space dominated by the color pink. So this is also an effective way of using dominant color. So you can create beautiful storytelling by applying different color combinations in a also strategic way. Okay, tone on tone. So tone on tones are the colors from limited number of hues. So they look very similar. In this case, they are very similar reds in with a different brightness. It's to create a rhythm by differentiating the tone. You can see also here different tones of pink, red, and this is a example of tone on tone. You can see also the tone on tone effect in this beautiful project of Aesop retail store in Corso Magenta in Milan. While dominant tone highlights the nature of tone. So here in the Lego house, this bright, very vivid, strong tone is highlighted. So you see different colors, but with a very vibrant tone. It can be seen also in the Memphis project by Ettore Sorsas. You see bright colors, a series of bright colors, but they all have the same tone. Here in this case, the project from Forma Fantasma, you can see different colors, but the tones are similar. So this is the example of dominant tone. You can see also here the tones are quite coordinated, even you are showing different colors. You can see also our harmonious pale tone here. So this is so you can see different effect of dominant tone. Also in this case of Nendo's project, this is actually a cafeteria for babies. They sometimes created this surprising effect of like kind of Alice in Wonderland, that they ask Cassina to produce this gigantic sofa to be able to change babies, and also the babies can also play on this huge sofa. But you see the dominant tone, which is a very subtle tone with different blues and browns and cream color. Okay, think we are running out of time, but I would like to give you two other tips. So the second tip is how to emphasize each color in a color scheme. And in order to do so, I think you're all from interior design or architecture field, that this is what you do also in your daily life when you also select tiles or different furniture. And in order to emphasize each color in a color scheme, you're actually using the opposite color in a small quantity. That can be also an accent color or even a separation. And there's a rule of using accent color. So the base color can be up to 70%. A salt color, which is similar to the base color, can be up to 20%. And accent color can be used only in 10%. And this way you can create a beautiful, you can emphasize the color each other. The separation is also very useful to emphasize the color, uh, which you use quite often in when you have a ceramic and tiles. Here in this case, you can see different accent colors. The yellow is an accent color, and the base colors are grayish. Well, here you can see two different kinds of accent in separation. So the accent colors are yellow, but the gray colors are also used within on the ceramic tiles to create the separation. These are also an example of accent colors. Also here, accent color is blue, but it really gives you a sort of good vibe within this earthy color mixture. Okay, this is a final key point of how to harmonize multiple colors together. And in order to harmonize multiple colors together, you actually have to keep the same shade. If you keep the same shade, which are actually a reddish or bluish color, you can create a harmonized color combination. You can take a look at the colors in the middle, and you can see also the colors next to each other. And in a warm shade, you see a color more reddish, and it gives you more, it gives you warmer feeling. While in a cool shade, they look more bluish, and it gives you cooler feeling. I show you two examples. So here in this case, from the installation done by Materi Studio, here you see more warm, reddish color tone, while here in this case, you see more bluish, bluish cooler tone, but the color looked harmonized, even though they they use completely different colors. So the tips to one of the tips to create harmonized color combination is to have the same tone. So so same shade, the warm shade or cool shade. Okay. Having said that, we go back to the first page, which is the exercise page. So now you understood in a very short time what is monochromatic, what is multi-hued, what is complementary color, and what is a triadic color. So you can also find your own interior design project, architecture project based on this color scheme. And if you are more curious to do another example exercise, you can also find an interior design project with dominant color. tone on tone, and dominant tone. Okay, so we have approximately 20 minutes. If you have any questions, I can also reply to your questions while you do this exercise. And maybe I can also share with you some hashtag that you can use for posting your Instagram. Thank you.
Thank you, Ali, for the session. It was really interesting. Well, we encouraged students to put some questions in the chat in order to interact with you, or maybe they want to share something about their experience in interior design, etc.
Sure.
So the chat is already open. So if you want to ask something to Ali, please feel free to make any questions.
Yeah. I actually run very fast because I was worried about the time. So it is actually uh some of the slides that I do, some of the slides of from my lecture that I do in 4 hours. So like 4 hours materials in 20 minutes was a little bit hard for me, but I hope that was clear for you and it was interesting to you. And yeah, colors and lights are really they have strong relationships, and I do lectures also on colors, but today I extracted some slides only for color schemes. Did you see any project that you already knew, or how was it? Are you familiar with all the names that you see
Okay.
in
Well, for me, there were some new projects, so it
Mhm.
was really interesting, all the projects that we saw. Also,
Mhm.
I like the one with all the Italian brands, so it's really interesting.
Right.
And we start having some questions. Let me help you.
Okay, sure.
We have a question from Sarai Mireles,
Mm-hmm.
and she asks, is there any strong trend for interior design coming?
At the trend. Okay.
Yeah, a trend.
Okay, so for the interior design, the trend is actually focus more and more on sustainability because we're not anymore talking about only colors. Like this year is it's the color of the interior is purple or red or blue, but in within the professional field and also the academic field, actually, we are focusing much more on sustainability. So, let's say sustainable fabrication process, also the passive architecture. Um, we we tend to also learn from the past, so the whole analysis on the traditional materials, constructions, um, so are done. So I think these are the it's that I can't say trends, but this is something that we really should consider.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Ali, for your answer.
Thank
I
you.
don't know if someone of the persons that are here connected in the session want to ask another question, or maybe we can start closing the session. I'm going to switch to Spanish in order to give a message to the students, Ali.
Mhm.
Bueno, gracias a todos por conectarse. La sesión la vamos a subir al canal de YouTube de Encuentro Creativo. para que, bueno, justamente ustedes puedan revivir la sesión si quieren regresarse a algún punto. Y también vamos a mandarles material que hoy preparó para ustedes, un template que justamente va relacionado con este ejercicio que se presentó en el último slide. Entonces, igual, si quieren hacer el ejercicio y después mostrar sus resultados, les pedimos que por favor los suban a redes sociales etiquetando a Encuentro Creativo, ya DOMUS Academy, y bueno, ya después a hoy les estará dando un poco de feedback desde sus redes sociales. Well, thank you all. I think we don't have any further questions, so thank you
Okay.
so much for your time
Thank
and have a
you.
good afternoon.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. Goodbye.